Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome to another video here on the channel. Today I just wanted to come on and give a little bit of an update since last time that I made the initial video where I introduced the car. Oops, I don't want to show it yet. So we've done a couple things since then. Nothing too crazy. Wanted to go over some of the things that I have laying around here that I'm going to be putting on the car, and I also really wanted to go over a list of things that we have done and installed on the car, and things that are coming in the very near future, and kind of what they mean as well. So hope you're going to enjoy the video. Stay tuned, and let's get into what we've done to the car. So starting off, the first thing you might notice from last video that we've done is that we have actually installed new tail lights on here. These are a set of smoked, blacked out tail lights that you can get off of carparts.com for a rip-off price, or you can get them off of eBay for about $158. And I don't know if you notice the difference between those two. Definitely your wallet will. I think they look amazing. I really do think that they totally complete the look. And it's funny because when I bought this car, I really wanted to go with a lot of chrome because, as you can see, like the rims, they are chrome and in pretty damn good condition. Car's very dirty. I broke my window regulator, so that part's coming in soon. But then I have my exhaust tips done, as you can see, which you probably saw in the last video too. And we were comparing the chrome tips with the black matte tips, and I don't know, for some reason, me and the shop who did it, we were like, the black ones, they look a whole lot better. So now I'm kind of thinking like, well, the red and the black, it really goes well together. So that is the theme I'm sticking with. We also got our license plate in finally. Thank you, Florida DMV, with our license plate holder there. And that's really it for the back. Now, I am going to be buying a paint pen. By the way, this is dirt. I haven't been able to wash it because of the window. And, we just want to touch up stuff like that. Now, this is absolutely not fixable. This is just damaged paint from the sun. In a way, I like it because it does have perfect spots paint-wise, and it has imperfect spots, so we'll just leave that for now. As you can see on the side here, the paint's good, This is a good side of paint. The other side's good too, except for the mirrors. And then on some other spots, like here, you just have that oxidation in the paint, but I am making an appointment this week to get my car detailed and buffed and compounded and polished. So that's what I'm going to be doing, as well as the engine bay that will be detailed and prepped, or whatever they call that. See, some oxidation here too, so we'll get rid of that. Now, before we go into the full list of things that we have coming for this car, or that I'm planning on doing to it, first I just wanted to go over some of the stuff from the car itself. We already know some of the specs, but let me tell you this. When I bought this car, I really did not pay a whole lot of money for this car. And in a way, that kind of blows my mind, because you're getting a whole lot of car for the money, and for some reason these things just aren't popular. First of all, of this specific car, or just the Impala, it says they were made from 2006 to about 2009. I think roughly that they build about 40 something thousand of them, which is not a whole lot. Even if you look back at cars from Chevy or other brands in like the 50s, they would make like over 500,000 cars per model year. So 50,000 of these, or 48,000 of these, that's not a whole lot. Now let me tell you this, this color, the jewel tint metallic red or whatever, something like that, is even more rare. There were two colors that were, especially the blue that they had, like a metallic blue color, super, super rare. This car with this color, only 3,500 or 3,400 cars in this spec were made in total. That's it, 3,400 cars. So me paying under $10,000 for a car that has only had about 3,400 made of them, has an LS V8, which they're typically very reliable. So is mine. Yeah, it's front wheel drive, but who gives a shit? That's pretty amazing, Now, why do I think that these cars are not that popular? Well, really, I can only think of one thing. One, it's front wheel drive, so people just, are not as attracted to it. Personally, it doesn't bother me. I don't need to, make a burnout at every traffic light at all. And that's really the only reason I can think of. I mean, the looks have grown on me tremendously, to the point where, I really do love this car. And that's really all I can think of. Now, Also, these cars, like if you want to turn this into something really, really quick and fast, you know, be prepared to spend a shitload of money, because the engine obviously can handle quite a bit of power, but it's really the transmission that's your biggest bottleneck with these. That's really the only problem. That might be another reason why they're not going for a whole lot of money. Again, my transmission is smooth as butter. I have about 100,000 miles, and I have no clue if it was rebuilt or not. All I do know is that they serviced the transmission for me when I bought it, and that I've been, you know, monitoring everything. I am not flooring it like crazy at all. I'm driving it very, very carefully until everything is installed. And those are really the only reason I can think of. Now, also the dealership where I bought the car, if I look now, they have cars like a Chrysler 300C with a 5.7 liter Hemi that is, you know, that's got about 100,000 miles more than my car on it for more money, you know? So I don't really know what the deal is. I mean, is it the paint that's a little faded? I have no idea, but you know, that's whatever. So to basically sum all that up, if you want to get a car that is in amazing condition and reliable for under $15,000, get this car if you can, because that's what I'm doing. I mean, I pay what I paid for it. I already put some money into it, and you know, I'll be done for about 14,000. It will have a brand new suspension, front and back. It will have a shift kit installed. It will have a transmission cooler installed. It will have a tune installed. It will have pretty much everything I need to get on it to make this car run and look like new. And that's really it. So, you know, if you're looking for something like that, this might be a diamond in the rough. Now let's keep going when it comes to the MOT list and everything. So one thing that we got the other day that I bought for literally $48 on eBay is a Transgo shift kit. So we're going to be installing this soon. I got to get the car up on ramps or on my jacks to get this done. It goes into the actuator, which basically the actuator is a part in the transmission that is responsive. It's kind of like your struts and shocks, but then in the transmission, right? It basically catches the impact of your shifts, and these springs are a whole lot more extreme and durable. So that's, you know, it's going to solve a lot of problems that some of these transmissions have. Again, mine doesn't have any, but from what I've heard, some of these will go out on you without any warning from one day to the other. So we're going to be installing that. Now, without that further ado, let's get into the list that I've made of all my mods. All right, guys, so there we have the mod list, me and my OCD. I have to make a Google Doc for it before I lose track of everything. I don't like that. So as you can see, we get the exhaust done. It's probably one of my favorite things right now. I paid about $321 for it, which I think is a steal. Then we got, you know, drilled and slotted rotors coming for the front and the rear that I found the best price for on Detroit Axle. Again, I'm not trying to go for the most expensive parts out there, or, you know, dumping, you know, $1,000 into this from, you know, crazy brands like ZZP or Lingenfelter or whatever the hell. I just don't think that that's worth it for the car. Not this one, my next car for sure, whatever it's gonna be, Camaro or a Corvette. Then we got pads coming in. These are really good ones. These are the most powerful power stop pads that I could find, Z26 ones. Then we got front and rear red calipers coming. I just think that's gonna complete the look. It's gonna make it look brand new when it comes to the brakes. Then we got a tune by Mr. James Brewer coming, which should add about 30 to 50 horsepower to the car. Make it shift a lot quicker. You know, it basically adjusts a lot of stuff in the car. The list is incredibly long. It's also going to make sure that the transmission will be better prepared for longevity, among other sorts of things. Then we changed out my axles, which went very, very well. The clicking has stopped, really, for what I paid for the car. Again, 150 bucks to get that fixed. That ain't nothing. 2 new Chevy emblems, 40 bucks. We already installed that. LED headlights, have not bought those yet. We'll do that soon. I'm just still not fully, you know, I haven't fully made up my mind about which ones I want. Tail lights, we did that. Transmission cooler, do you really need it? I mean, on these cars, I think I would recommend it, but again, you're not towing or anything. It's not a truck, but you know, whatever I can do to make this thing last as long as possible before having to rebuild everything. New arms in the rear, because mine are kind of bent. That's just an age thing. New wheel hubs, is it necessary? No, that's why we're not going to do this right now, but just later on. New struts and shocks, yes, that is necessary because they're kind of worn out, these ones. Inner and outer tie rods, again, the car is not new, so the body's got 100,000 on it, so we got to get that replaced too soon. New control arms, just because, not very expensive. We got the new grill already. And then new spark plugs that are coming, spark plug wires, and then soon in the future ignition coils. I just want the engine bay to look nice, so I want to get red ones. And then a cold air intake, if I can help it after the tune. So the current total, or the total that I'm gonna spend on it, so it was about $31.85, not too bad. And then we got about $24.83 left. So yeah, there you have it. That's basically everything that we're going to be doing on this little car right here. Again, I am incredibly happy with it. It almost feels weird when I have a day where I'm not doing something to it. And yeah, we also got to get a new window regulator because it went out on me because I slammed the door panel for some odd reason. I don't know why I did that. So we got to do that. And then also we got to get a left turn signal switch, just the whole switch. 30 bucks for the regulator. Not too bad, but really that's the only problems the car had when I bought it. Bad CV joints, left turning signal not working, and then the paint. That's really it. So there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you like my car. If you want to see something else, if you want me to review a certain car, if you want me to review this car, which I will do soon, let me know in the comments down below. Please do not forget to subscribe and like this video, and I will see you in the next one.